There may come a time when you want to export some information from one MusicONE database or from some other source and merge that information into a different MusicONE database. What I'm going to do here is export the tempos and genders from this database, where I have all the songs have tempos and genders on them. I'm going to export that data and then pull it into a separate MusicONE database. Now, in order to do this, first thing I'm going to do is make a report. Click on the Reports button at the top of the screen. Now, I've already named a new report that I have called Tempo Export, and I've added 3 fields to the report: the cart, the gender, and the tempo. Next, I click on the Print Mode button down here, and I want to export this as a comma-separated file. So, comma delimited, click that. I will put the extension as CSV. That's the common extension for comma-separated files. And I'm going to just take the name off of it here. I can name it when I decide to run the report. Click OK. Now let's use this report and do a print. I'll click the Test Print button and then select all of my categories. And now I can tell MusicONE, where to save this file and how to name it. I'm going to name it Tempo Gender Data here. And I want to save this report to Dropbox, because Dropbox is where I share what's coming from this computer to my on-air computer. So Tempo Gender, save that report. Now I've logged into the on-air computer and opened the database, and I see I've got a lot of songs here that don't have tempos and genders. And what I'm going to do is import that CSV file. Open the menu Import, and notice we have a command here, Import from CSV. We cannot import the file that I just made because it does not have headers on it. You can export CSVs with headers from other data like MediaMonkey or something like that, and MusicONE could import from there. There's other videos about that. We want to import from track list. So I selected that. Now I'm going to go to the Browse button, and I've got to tell it to look at all types of files so I can see that CSV file. And I'm looking in my Dropbox, and here's my file, Tempo Gender Data Export. Click OK. Click Define Fields. There are 3 fields in that report, so I'm adding 3 fields here, and I'll select the 3 fields. One of the fields is the cart field. That's what I'm going to queue on, because the cart, or UID, is the same in the database on my work computer as in this database. And I also want the gender and the tempo. Next, I have to match the data with the tempo field, so I click on one of the data fields there, and then click in the data down below and click the Set button over there. Click on Cart, get the cursor blinking in the Cart field, and click the Set button, and now that matches. Click over to Settings. We're going to tell this that we need to update the tracks, as opposed to importing or creating new tracks. We could tell it to match the tracks on title and artist if we needed, but in this case we're going to match on the cart field. That's the universal identifier. With all things set, click to File Preparation, click Update. The data is import merged. Close the little window here. I'll save my little import definition file there. I might want to use it again. And all of my songs now have tempos and genders.